What's up, everybody? Happy birthday to me. Yes, this day 36 years ago, I came into the world. So, for my birthday, I wanted to share something that related to something that I learned to hopefully add value to your life. But I wanted to get a little bit deeper, a little bit more vulnerable to share with you on my birthday here. So, I've gotten some incredible texts and DMs about the videos, the first couple of videos that I shared, and I'm so grateful for those messages, and I'm grateful for the birthday text and everything that I've been getting today. But I wanted to open up because some of those texts almost alluded to everything's going well in my life. And so maybe it appears, and so I had to take a step back. I had to really reflect on that because on the outside, especially in the social media world, it could easily come off as life is great, life is, going fantastic. So, why wouldn't you go, all these things are easy to you. You're setting these vision because things are going right. So I'm going to share with you that last quarter, was supposed to be the best business quarter I've ever had, and turned out to be one of the worst quarters I've ever had in business over the last 8.5 years. And it was tough. It was a whole new type of tough, something that I've never experienced because we've innovated so much and our business has changed so much that I was experiencing things that I've never experienced in a market I've never experienced. And I had to be real, and I was not sure what to do. I was kind of playing a victim, thinking, "Hey, I can't control the market. I can't control what people are offering. I'm not sure what to do." And all of those things are true. And so I kind of got lost the last 90 to maybe 100 days, and gained some pounds, gained some stress, gained a lot of things, but I got out of my head, and Tony says, once you're in your head, you're dead. And I was in my head, and so going to Tony was actually an opportunity to immerse myself and get out of my head. I think I just said I got out of my head, but I was in my head. So kind of get out of my head, get out of my own way, have those breakthroughs. So I encourage you to go back, if you haven't, watch the first 3 videos. And I get it. They're 2, 3, 4, one's 8 minutes long. It's not something you're going to change overnight. It's not something I'm changing overnight. But I want to go back to that vision, because what I really did is I really reconnected with Danny, my wife, and we reconnected on what our vision is and what that looks like in those areas of life. That was the very first thing I did when I came back, is I got back to work in terms of going to the gym every single morning, waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and hopping in a cold shower, doing the things that I don't like to do, the things that make me uncomfortable, lifting legs. I don't think I've lifted weights with my legs for probably 3 to 5 years, and that was the first thing that I did because it was the last thing I wanted to do. So I share that wherever you are at today is exactly where you're supposed to be at. Okay. So I invite you then to recognize that and make it perfectly okay. And then go through these exercises, get yourself in a peak state, go start changing your story, go paint out that vision, go back, find those 5 F's, write them out, paint that vision for each one of them. And then, the how's gonna come. Just start taking massive action and the how's gonna come. I promise you it will come. Because I know I'm leaning into this. It's going to come, it's going to help. I know that I feel 1,000 times better over just this week or 2 weeks of making the commitments that I have. And they're not easy and they're mundane, and I get it, it's only been a couple weeks. But I wanna fall in love with the process, but I also wanna share, I'm not doing this because everything's going great. I had to get shook a little bit. Last story I'll leave you with is Tony always says, we're like a thermometer, okay? And I'm set at 75 degrees, nice and comfortable, and that's what I've kind of reached. Sometimes that thermometer changes, but I hit this 75 degrees, and all of a sudden, you know, it's either dropping or going up, and we get into this uncomfortable zone. And that's where, you know, really it got up to 100 degrees over the last 90 days, and I wasn't sure what to do. And it's hot out, and so I had to go adjust that thermometer, and I had to up my game and up my level. So hopefully you got something out of that. You know, like I said, I just wanted to share something a little bit different, be a little bit more vulnerable on the day of my birth, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.